Welcome to another episode. First, the 2021, I believe.
Yeah, are we live? I don't see that on the screen.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I guess he says we're live. I don't see it, but okay.
Live on
Okay.
here. It's a public thing.
Alright. So yeah, this is our first time since what? We did do a short show sometime back in November.
Yeah, first of 2021.
Yeah. Let me just say that 2021 weekend sucked. I mean, it's just been horrible the first 6 months. We had what, maybe 2 or 3 days that we could get out, and they weren't really great days. They turned into being good days, but yeah, the weather's been. Of course, Mondays and Tuesdays has been great, but for us to have jobs, it don't work.
Right. But anyways, welcome back, guys. We're glad to have you. Pretty excited. Summer is here. You know, fishing's in full swing. We had Memorial Day.
Pogies on the beach.
We caught
Like
bait.
every time we've been out, I feel like this.
Not
That we fished the tournament last weekend, and obviously we didn't catch no kingfish.
well, not obviously.
No?
Haven't
Well, we
posted.
didn't catch any kingfish.
No, they don't. We haven't posted the video yet.
No get sharks.
We
Hammerheads.
just said we haven't posted the video.
Okay, we haven't posted.
Quiet on the set.
Alright.
So why we don't tell him nothing.
Yeah. I want to as need to know basis.
Yeah. I've heard, was it one of the dudes on the Marvel movies, I think the guy who plays Spider-Man, Tom Holland, Tim or someone else, like, couldn't keep a
No,
secret.
it's him.
You know, so they wouldn't tell him everything, and they hide things, like, they just couldn't tell him, because he'd go on a talk show, he'd, like, spoil the movie.
And I'm a fan of Marvel Mysteries.
Marvel Mysteries.
Yeah, hey, the Superman,
Not
superheroes.
It's not Marvel.
Superheroes. I'm like, you know, I'd rather watch Fox.
Well, here's a mystery.
So
So, anyways,
All right.
let's talk about fishing.
let's do lead off there, Captain.
So, fishing so far this year, Northeast Florida. Like you said, bait has been good. Plenty of bait. Big schools all up and down. Northeast Florida seems like north of Jacksonville, down to St. Augustine, and Flagler Pier, even what's the one? Ponce. You know,
Ponce, yeah,
tons of bait. So that's
everywhere.
good.
Acres of it.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did we see out there fishing the tournament last week? The giant schools of
Spanish.
Spanish, tons of Spanish. They went like we trolled spoons, we trolled gotcha lures.
Well, we didn't troll terribly hard because we're in the tournament.
Yeah, we were
But
just trying to get
still,
some bait.
you know, normally they would eat all those things that we trolled.
Yeah, and that, I don't think they looked at it, did they? I don't think we got a pop on it, did we?
No, didn't seem
Next time
like
we're
it.
going to the spirit gun, just shoot the turtles. They were all around the boat.
Sometimes I wonder, because like literally, like we marked bait all day during that tournament, and a lot of our friends all sat all the way to Ponce, marking tons of bait. I wonder if there's almost so much bait, like they don't care about our lure, about our hook baits, and it just
Could be, that could be it.
could be filling up so quickly.
That's the first time we've seen the Spanish that thick in schools since what, back in the end of April?
Yeah.
We went out and caught, got it to a little bit one afternoon, and the wind was howling that day too. So, we got some big shows coming up. We got, we're supposed to be in the Gulf this weekend, but thanks to the newest tropical storm, that shot that in the butt.
Yeah, we're looking forward to taking the real Hazardous over to the Gulf side of Florida. First time on that part of Florida for us. So,
Yes, snapper, grouper, and
Yep.
what, scallops?
scallops, yeah, it's all open now.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what that storm does when it comes through. It'll turn that water up.
Yep. So, we're going to have to postpone that, unfortunately. Storm. Even last year, last year we went to Alabama,
Dolphin Island.
Dolphin Island, yeah. And the
Right
week
after.
before, or 2 weeks before,
No,
right
week.
before.
The storm came through there, I think, on a Monday, and we went down on a Friday, and
Yeah.
it was like sand still from where the storm brought it
Yeah.
all into the streets and all.
Yeah, Andres was wanting to know, do you remember the pictures of the marlins he caught in Puerto Rico in the Everglades 42?
Yeah, I do. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty neat. We need to go down there and do that. We talked about that doing it one day.
So like marlin fishing, like kind of like I guess real quick, what's kind of your setup? Like, are you pulling lures? What speed do you pull lures?
Yeah.
What
How
kind
many
of
lures you
spread
got?
roughly? Yeah, what area you working? Are you just out in the Gulf Stream? You got a place you go to specifically target marlin, or I mean, we've had marlin come up in our spread a couple times when we're trolling for mahi or wahoo. I was just curious, how's it done in Puerto Rico, and how do you do it on your Everglades? Because
Right.
it's kind of a center console setup, a little bigger than ours, but
Right.
not too dissimilar.
Yeah, I think in Puerto or down there, down south, it's the Gulf Stream's a lot closer to shore. You don't have to do like we did, run 60, 70 miles offshore to get them.
True.
Yeah, the mahi bite was good this year. Back in late April, May. I guess it was May when we went out.
Yep.
And then we caught some good tuna this year. Bottom fishing's been good. Sugarfish, millions, red snapper, obviously. So that's been good. Inshore, we've caught some red snapper trolling for kingfish. As a matter of fact, last week had one about 15 or so pounds, big old boy.
Yeah. Hey Steve, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we had 3 kingfish and 3 red snapper on the downriggers. Let me tell you something, that might be a good thing. Red snapper season's coming up. What's the weekend?
On the East Coast, it is like the 10th, 11th, 12th, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever it is, that first Friday, Saturday, Sunday after 4th of July.
South Atlantic Marine Fisheries has given us a grand total of 3 days. Go out there and catch your 1 snapper each day. Such a good guys out there in the South Atlantic Marine Fisheries. So we won't go there anymore.
Right.
So, but I think that might be a good way to do it. A lot of times we'll anchor up and fish, but I think if you drop your downriggers down maybe 15 feet off the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
or use some pogies, or if you can get some light, especially live cigars.
Mm-hmm.
I think not only will you get snapper, but you'll also get some grouper and some other stuff.
Normally I would agree, but in this case I'd say no.
Too many boats.
Too many boats. Like, in terms of fishability, that'd be great, but when there's 30 boats on every spot covering one end of the ledge to the other, I don't think we're going to be able to get near anyone.
Exactly.
Without,
In fact, the last time we went, I think when we got there early, we could not get our boat and anchor up. The boats were so thick around us, we couldn't even get out of the hole. Just let us get out, and you can have this place.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
So.
That's what Steve was saying, that the snapper crap needs to stop. You can't get to any baits. You can't get any baits to any other fish because they're so thick.
The South Atlantic Marine Fisheries created that animal too, and that's what they do when they target a species and shuts it down, and everybody else starts fishing for you. It limits the amount what kind of fish you can catch. So obviously you want to start fishing. Everybody's going to target the only fish that are legal, and before you know it, they just keep wiping them out, and then the other ones come back. But there's got to be a better system the way they do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we got what coming up next week? We'll try to be out Saturday, right?
Yep. Hopefully we'll be out Saturday.
And beat that. Hopefully we won't get much from that storm coming up through the Gulf. At least we can get maybe in the morning get the fish out. And then next week, what do we have?
Next weekend we're going to do the Junior Angler at the King Buster.
Okay.
And then hopefully we'll get our rescheduled snapper trip in.
Right. And then we missed our Venice, Louisiana yellowfin trip because another storm. So twice. We missed it twice.
So, but that'll be later on in October.
In October.
Hopefully we'll have a cool yellowfin tuna video for you guys.
Yeah, we're going to keep trying them. We'll try everything. We've got some good stuff we're going to try in the Keys too while we're down there.
Mm-hmm. Keys, yep, that'll be coming up end of July. That'd be cool.
Right. Trying bottom fishing, hoping they have some videos of different stuff on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Andre says for the marlin that he used a mahi lure with a wahoo.
Ballyhoo.
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 If that doesn't work, he used bonitas with normal marlin lures.
Do you use live bonita or do you use you just rig them up dead? Because we catch tons of bonita. If you want to catch bonita, put a rattle jet out because you will catch a bonita with a rattle jet.
Mm-hmm.
Some big bonitas too.
Steve said that's a bucket list trip for him going to Venice.
Yeah.
We were looking forward to that one, and hopefully we'll do that more than one time.
Hopefully it'll work out, yeah.
Did you show them some of our lures? Or some of the things we're going to rig for tuna?
Mm-hmm. yeah, we got some interesting things. Like last year, like I always love trying new things, new lures. You know, I guess trying to find that magic lure that catches anything and everything as soon as you put it out. But a couple things we're gonna try this year in the Keys. I did some stuff last year, and we're gonna do some new stuff. And one of them is the bird. We're gonna give the fish the bird.
Not the one you eat with your hand, but the one you buy from the store.
Like goose, you know.
Yeah, you know. Like
Communicating.
Like on Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
We were inverted.
Yeah.
But anyways, you know, I always hear, you know, birds, like, they always talk about using birds for tuna. I haven't really tried it a whole lot. You know, we use birds for Spanish, and it does great. I hear people talking about for tuna. I don't really see it, you know, down the Keys or up here. I can see everyone spread, but I think it'd be cool to pull it and see what happens, you know. Sometimes just try something different.
Down in the Keys, one thing we notice is when the tuna come up and start feeding, the birds go down in the water. That's how you can really find the tuna. So we're just curious as if this bird's going to get the tuna's attention, or we may catch a bird instead of a tuna. You know, they might get what's behind that bird, but we'll see. This is I don't know if they can see it real good. There's a couple little things we're going to try. This little packet of, just like really a rubber skirt, but we put a lead weight in the head of this one, so it'll get it just below the surface, and we're going to try pulling these. We do black, usually that's good, but I mean, because we remember the daisy lure, daisy chain, it wasn't good with the pink, so we'll see how it works.
And then, yeah, we got these King Busters too.
Yeah, black and purples, so we'll try those.
It's kind of funny, like, how these work, like, for kingfish. Like, I get, like, when I pull a skirt for a ballyhoo, you know, like for dolphin or wahoo, and I'm trolling 6, 7 miles per hour for dolphin, or 10 or 12 or faster. Like, I get how these kind of make your bait last longer.
Right.
They kind of blend in.
Yeah.
But we do it like with live bait with kingfish, and this just kind of like flutters like, I don't know, it doesn't look natural at all, but I'll catch fish on these. Like, when they don't hit my other stuff, sometimes I'll hit the skirted one.
Right, we take grass off and then we put a green skirted thing on that looks like grass. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, like, you know, you try to do minimal terminal tackle, and then you put this, and it's just kind of floating there. I don't know, maybe fish are just curious and like, what the heck is that?
Exactly, and then our pliers, you know, make sure you got a good couple of, we'll keep a couple of pairs of pliers on there.
Yeah.
And get some heavy ones, because a lot of those fishing ones, they'll say stainless steel, but the jaws of them ain't real heavy. So get you some good heavy ones. You may have to clean them a little bit more often.
Yeah.
But it really helps getting them hooked out, and if you have to cut the line real quick or something like that.
Yeah.
So what we got?
Have y'all tried jigging any on the bottom out of Mayport or St. Augustine? Heard a bunch of people are trying that now. Not sure if it's being done here yet or not.
Jigging for is a tuna or what?
Like vertical jigging, or like sadiqing baits. Let me know what you mean there, Steve.
And then Andre said yesterday they caught 13 sailfish in the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
that's pretty sweet. You know, they say down in the Keys they ball up like that. We've always wanted to try it. We've seen them out there at the ledge, you know, occasionally, and I've even seen them up as close as 3 miles off the beach.
Mm-hmm.
One time with School of Five, but
Yeah.
it's kind of, we don't have them on a regular basis here.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's vertical for bottom fish.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen guys do them up here, like, and they'll do really well on amberjack. Like, I've seen that
Or
for
cobia.
years.
One guy was, you
yeah.
told me yesterday about the cobia doing it, digging them up
Okay. Yeah.
off the ray.
I mean, you know, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much it grows in popularity. I know at the Keys, they'll jig for tuna and stuff. Other places, they'll do vertical jigs for tuna.
Right.
And, yeah, even grouper and all that stuff.
We should try that when we're at the ledge, when we see the big schools of tuna coming and see how they're vertical. If you don't, the tuna you catch way away from the boat. We did have that one big skipjack that hit right there in the, almost in the wash, which is, that's the first time I've ever seen one hit that close.
Top Salt 101 asks, how's the king bite offshore been?
You know, they're out there, but it's been kind of slow. They said there's a lot of bull sharks, and the people that are getting them, the sharks are taking them away. And we've been wanting to try our also like 4-pound test again.
Yeah.
But with the bull sharks out there, yeah, once you tire them out, the bull sharks will come get them. So.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think it's been pretty good offshore. You know, I mean, it hasn't been like crazy bite, but it's steady. I mean, you can get your limit. Don't get me wrong. If you go to those near shore wrecks, you know, 10 to 15 miles out.
Right.
So
The water seemed like it was cooler this year. Seemed like we had a cooler spring than normal.
yeah,
And so I think they're a little bit slower, especially getting into like southeast hole and all. But
yeah,
offshore, what was the temperature yesterday? 78.
yeah, 78.
Yeah, so I like it around 80. Seems like when they do the best, 80, 81. But we're getting there. Of course, after this rain, it's like cooler water down again.
Yeah. They say thunderstorms actually. There are some guys, I don't know if it's true or just a myth. Thunderstorms used to bring the kingfish onto the beach.
Exactly. They said that that's how the kings know when the the summer is, because the storms along the beach, when that warm wet air and cold air meets.
Let's see that. Steve's in the comment.
He has to read it like I cannot see that in.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so he's talking about how they were using jigs and doing well with red snapper, which I can see. I mean, yeah, we should try it. You know, go to some of the ones with snapper and
Yeah, and
jig
you
them
get
and see
yeah,
what happens.
yeah. Might get us a reef donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hook the reef donkey and then you give it to your buddy.
Yeah.
I did that one time with a 20-pound red snapper. I'm like, oh, this is a reef donkey. You have it. I'm really, and all of a sudden he says it's red. And I'm like, what? And a big old giant red snapper. That was in the old days when you could keep a red snapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, without fear of tickets and boats being seized and stuff like
Back when
that.
it was legal.
Yeah,
Plymouths.
yeah, legal. So what we got?
He said last week, Andre said last week a kingfish skied and almost landed in his boat.
Yeah, we had that one time when Jeremy was baiting. I had the tower up. We were southeast hole, and he was baiting up a thing, and we had thrown some live ones up, and one come up and actually hit the side of the boat where he was leaning, and he never seen it. And I seen it. It almost got him by the hand. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. When they get into that southeast hole and a good bite, it is phenomenal. You have live bait, throw them in there, and it's like boom, boom, boom. You'll see them skying all around you. Really fun bite. My favorite place to catch kingfish is southeast hole along the beach.
When they're biting.
And they're
Not sharks.
yeah. So what else we got there?
Ocean's Deep Fishing just joined. He said, hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, always glad to have you on board there, big guy.
Catching many fish down south below us.
Yeah, hopefully you're doing better. Well, like I said, it is getting better up there. We didn't have to see the cobia this year, have we?
No.
Yeah.
But we haven't been out much, so,
Right, it's true.
you know.
Somebody told me they caught two small ones at PM, 28, 32 inches, I think.
Okay. I've seen a couple pictures of some of the local char boats. They had a good day not long ago. They had several, some pretty nice.
Right, and most of the time when you find this cobia, they're not gonna be by themselves. You find a ray swim around out there, it'll be 2 or 3 or 4. Sometimes I've seen a dozen on the rays.
Yeah.
Are there? Have you heard if there are any shrimp in the river yet?
We went out with what's his name from Arkansas,
Here.
Quinn. We went out with Quinn. Sorry, Quinn. We went out. I guess a week and a half ago. I was casting for bait and I caught some shrimp,
Okay.
but they were small, so that's a good thing. At least they're in the river.
Okay, he joined and he said, "What's good, everybody?"
How's it going, Jose?
Jose, our faithful follower, we appreciate you tuning in, and we're always good for tips if you get anything good to help us catch more fish.
Yeah.
Um,
The kingfish would help
Exactly.
for some upcoming tournaments.
Ocean Deep Fishing said he got some nice dolphin a week ago. His girlfriend's personal best, about 40 pounds.
Nice.
The video's up on his channel.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
We'll check it out.
where does he fish out of?
He's down south.
Okay.
Down middle. I don't know what inlet you got.
Was it around Orlando?
Yeah, I know you were around Orlando. Do you got a
Ponce.
Ponce or?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, let us know what inlet you go out. In fact, that's where we need to talk about fishing ponds during this last kingfish tournament, which it turns out that's where we know a couple of good fish came out of it.
yeah, but there were fish all over.
Anybody catch one up north? Did you?
I hadn't heard exactly up north, but I know in St. Augustine. What you got there, Kayla?
Andre said last year he took a charter in Jacksonville and almost every kingfish they hooked was eaten by a shark. They got 3.
Gotcha.
You know, we didn't really have a problem last year. A lot of people did. And I don't know why they didn't need us up real bad. In years past, we lost a lot of them.
We had a couple, seemed like.
Yeah. And then in that one, when we had the warrior out, that big giant kingfish, and the shark ate him all the way up to the gills.
Yeah, up to that.
The head was huge. That fish was probably in the mid 40s.
Yeah.
Ocean Deep said he loved our kingfish tournament, and he fishes out of Cape Canaveral.
Oh yeah, I hear today that's a really good spot to catch fish back up north of the Cape, I guess.
Yeah.
Several people say that that's a good spot. We need to get down there and do that one day.
Yeah.
So there's like some rocks or something that gets deep out there, and they hold a lot of kingfish.
It's funny, like a lot of guys in some of the tournaments, they would launch out of like St. Augustine, run all the way down to Canaveral, kingfish, run all the way back.
Well, that's a long ride, isn't it?
Yeah. I think
Just
it's
the pond is
90
60.
miles,
Yeah.
I think, from St. Augustine, 90 miles.
Yeah, just the
So,
pond, they say 62 miles or something.
yeah, you gotta figure if you got a fast boat, depending on how fast you're going, if you're going 45, 45, 50, still about 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
Yeah, that's for
So,
Joe Wagner, don't you?
Yeah, not a lot of fish time.
Yeah. Now this last tournament we fished, you can launch in ponds, couldn't you?
Yeah, but that was the boundary, so you couldn't fish south of ponds.
No, but you could do north, right?
Right, so you can launch from ponds and fish ponds.
Right.
Yeah.
Andre said, "Take care, guys. Positive vibes from Puerto Rico."
No,
Thank you, buddy. We want to, I've got a buddy of mine, his family lives down there. He's been after me to go down to Puerto Rico and fish. Sammy Rodriguez works with me, so we need to do that. He says he's got family, got us a place to stay in, but he don't know how to fish, so he said that's on us.
Yeah. What else we got there?
Anyhow. What else we got?
Okay, so we got some of the trips coming up. We want to do some cool underwater videos. I always love putting the scuba gear on and seeing
What the lures look like?
yeah, what lures or what bait or something like that. Is there anything you guys want to see? Like, what you want me to get under and look at a dolphin spread, a mahi spread, a tuna spread? You want to see? Yeah.
That would be a cool video if we could do Loch Ness.
Right. Might have better luck on that 30-foot great white.
That's right.
But, if you guys got some ideas, you want to see a certain line, a certain rig, wahoo lure, just shout it out. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, and what else we got coming up?
Ocean Deep said, the personal best was for his girlfriend was the kingfish, and son-in-law had a dolphin.
Oh,
I probably just wrote it wrong.
gotcha.
We catch kingfish. We call them high speed even out at the ledge,
Mm-hmm.
which is I guess it's kind of unusual, but certain times of the year in that deep water they're out there.
Yeah. It stays warm out there, so.
I think they stay about year round out there at the ledge, don't they?
Mhm.
Or at least Elton Bottom and places like that.
Probably.
Water stays pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because they said speed is what works.
Speed
speed.
for the wahoo or the kingfish or both?
Yeah, and I'll tell you something we did last year when we were having a hard time finding baits. We used dead cigars and we pulled them, and those worked real good.
Mm-hmm.
And ballyhoo worked, and back in the old days before we started live bait fishing,
Mm-hmm.
that's what everybody pulled was ballyhoo. We went out there, and that's what kingfish eat. So if you find a day, or if you don't think you'll get any bait, always keep you some dead bait in there.
Yeah.
Good ballyhoo.
Dead bait, some lures, little swimming plugs, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then you try different stuff, and you never know what I'll do.
Sometimes if I have like a swimming plug or like a river fish or something dead, I like putting those like in the prop wash because the turbulence of the motor and you turning, it really makes them kind of dance, gives them some more action, kind of brings them to life a little more. I feel like.
Exactly. Spinning Valley, I don't know if you're out down in the Keys, buddying up with you guys. We have a couple little tournaments, maybe personal tournaments or something. Maybe balloon.
Competition?
Yeah.
One-on-one.
Yeah. Little balloons, launching balloons, and we're gonna.
I kind of like that though. We're having a personal tournament.
Yeah.
Jose said that speed works great for everything. Makes your lure look live.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but you know, like sometimes I'll pull those cigar minutes just fast enough to where they'll just kind of go on the top, and then the kingfish will scowl them, come in and bust them up.
We should see what he said. He said, "Have we heard of the new slow pitch jigging going around the country? Just ordered my first rig. Also just made my first bonita strips. The bonita we caught Friday. Slow pitch jigging.
I haven't heard that before, have you?
I mean, I've kind of heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. I just heard the phrase.
Let me tell you, that bonita, obviously, you know, the bonita belly for fishing for them triggers and all, it's real tough. And also, blackfin tuna, we cut them out and cut them things in chunks, and them things stay on the hook for like 2 or 3 triggerfish a lot of times. And then the triggerfish will get something on pretty easy. But
Yeah.
That bad boy down there and hold them.
Let's see, as they said, he always puts a lure 20 foot behind his boat. Yeah.
Yeah, you were doing that there for a while too,
Even going fast, I like to run, even like Wahoo high speed, I like to run one close.
right there to wash, what we call.
Yeah, underneath, but yeah.
And it seemed like when we're king fishing, when we do best in the wash is inshore, you know, around southeast Oklahoma. For some reason, they like to get close up baits. So,
Yeah, it seems like it's one, like, whenever I fish the prop wash, like, it's never been the most productive position, but when it does get hit, it's usually a good fish,
right.
so.
Yeah, and I've seen them scowl and things and be, 25, 30, 35 pound fish. It's almost breathtaking to watch them come out of the water with your lure and your hook in their mouth. Sometimes they'll come out with your bait in their mouth and their hook, stick it away. It
And that
happens.
really takes your breath away,
It does. It does.
or knocks the wind out of you, might be a better term.
Especially on a tournament when you're like jumping around in the boat, screaming and hollering. Oh, man. That was the winner. I just know it was.
You need to have like a flying gaff, so as soon as you see it, you just,
That boat. Take one of those fishing boats. That's something we're going to do this year, right?
maybe.
Trying to get up there and see what we can stick one out there. Maybe what is it, spadefish or cobia or whatever comes up.
Mhm.
Put the tower up on the boat and see what we can do on that.
Mhm.
And make sure your boat's tidied up. All your stuff, we're trying to get a steering cylinder for ours. A little bit of a leak on that, and get that bad boy fixed.
Yeah.
And make
Oh,
sure-
what's the next fishing tournament we're gonna do?
So we're doing a volunteer thing for the junior angler King Buster. So we're taking a kid out.
a week from Sunday.
Yeah, and then maybe the Greater Jacks tournament.
Right. We're more likely gonna definitely do a big media day, and then the regular tournament. The following week, I think it is Thursday, Friday.
Right.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get out there and snag us a big one.
Mm-hmm.
We can use the new what is it? Big giveaway contender.
25T.
Yeah, we can make that work.
Would you?
Twin contenders. No.
Would you keep a smaller container? So we're hazardous.
You gotta have something for fishing up in the creeks.
Twin
Right.
engine, 25T
Yeah,
contender.
Browns Creek. That's what we're gonna do when we got our boat, put them twin 300 Suzuki's in it. We tried it out in the lake down in Upper Georgia. Yeah, so we were gonna get a bunch of game poles and go slow trolling by them. Hey, y'all been catching anything? We're about 9 poles hanging up in the contender. But it was cold that day and windy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we didn't do it.
So what video is going out tomorrow?
So tomorrow, when we were fishing with Slot City Fishing, I don't know, have any of you guys seen Slot City? They're another YouTube channel up here in Jacksonville, and they went out fishing with us, and we caught some tuna and stuff with them. But we also did some bottom fishing, and we specifically put down our Go Fish camera. So we'll see what the bottom looked like, see what fish were on the bottom, what the structure was. So we did that with them, and we got that video coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, they're a great bunch of guys. Both of them are in the Navy, serving our country, and they're coming out and doing that. Very good people. So if you get a chance, sign up with them, subscribe to them, and watch them. And they're funny guys.
Steve
yeah.
said he started following them after watching our video with them.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Very good.
Now we have another.
But yeah, so I think it's pretty cool that underwater footage. Really, I think it'll help you see how like triggerfish, kind of vermilion, snapper bite, and where the fish hang out. different parts of the structure. So I think it'll be very beneficial. I think you'll learn a lot from these underwater videos.
Right.
So,
And then remember those big vermilions, they seem to be higher up off the bottom. And so usually I'll reel mine 20 or 30 feet up off the bottom. And if I'm getting bites, I'll reel it farther up off the bottom until where I quit getting bites, and I'll drop it back down, and that'll be my range. And so when I start catching the bigger vermilions, as I reel it up, I'll pull my line all the way to one side of the spool. So the next time I drop it down, I'll watch that line, and as it's going out, when it does that jump over, I know I'm right in the range, and then it kind of marks your spot.
okay.
You tried that before? It works. It'll catch
I was
them.
thinking about just bringing a marker. You can just mark the line.
In the old days, we didn't have markers, so before markers were made. We just had, in fact, I think we hand lined on the spool back in those days. Pull up vines and stuff, that's what we put our hooks on. But it was 4 vines, so the fish didn't see them. That was a long time ago. I remember we used to go out offshore on boats that we would do like this.
Rowboats.
Yeah, you get it. Well, no, remember that, what was the Vikings? You get a bunch of people down there.
Rowing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of like a rowboat.
Rowing a bit, it was the first one, yeah, right before.
As they were saying that the camera is great. You can learn a lot from it by the way
Yeah.
they strike it.
Oh, yeah, what was neat about that fish cam was king fishing, and we put that camera back. We always thought kings would come there and slam it, but we didn't. You watch those kings come, they'll follow that bait, and then they'll just go on off. I always thought when they seen the bait boom, they'd hit it. But yeah, and I think it probably depends if they're on a frenzy or something versus if they're just out there curious on those baits. I don't know if they can see our lines or what.
Right.
Ease off. That's how they get big. That's how they get big. I got my producer over there saying, "Oh, louder." Now she's laughing. But anyhow, so we're all set. We're gonna do the weekly shows now.
I don't know. We'll set up a schedule. Probably in a couple weeks we'll do another live video. Go from there.
And then hopefully on live on the Keys on the water, we did a couple of those.
Yeah, probably do a live video down there.
Yeah, maybe one during the tournament, especially for catching fish. Yeah, it's a big crazy bite. We might turn the old camera on and say, "Hey, check it out. They're biting. Come on out here right now." Anybody had a friend ever tell them about it? I had one comment one time, "You need to get out here. The fish and bite is on fire." And when I got there, it had already cooled down. We should have been here an hour early. It happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah. So tomorrow morning, video coming out, and should be pretty good. And we'll have some more videos coming soon. We'll get some more footage, putting some stuff up on Instagram, Facebook. So, any questions, we'll see you then.
Right, we got some shirts that Kevin's working on designing that I think are really going to be neat.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to see some of them. The first design is what mine. Yeah, they look really good, at least the design I've seen. But thanks for watching.
One real quick. Are you able to find bait up by us?
Yeah, we actually got a lot of bait up here. I think it's all up here. There's bait everywhere.
I think every time we've been out, it's been at least at the poles, and I don't know if you're familiar with the poles, just past Mayport.
It's very nice. He's from, he goes out of Canal.
Okay. Well, if you come up here, if you come out of the Mayport, or out of St. John's River and go to the right, almost go straight into the beach, there's some poles that come out, and usually from them on down south, you'll find them.
Right. Alright, well, we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and find our regular videos. We'll see you then.
Thanks again.